You ever find yourself sitting there, maybe on the edge of your bed or staring out a window, and the weight of a breakup just hits you? Not like a punch, but like a slow, heavy fog rolling in, settling into every corner of your mind. One minute you're fine, scrolling your phone, sipping coffee, and the next you're replaying every word, every moment, wondering where it all went wrong. It's not just sadness, it's this tangled mess of ache, confusion, and something you can't quite name. Why does it feel like this? Why does letting go of someone carve out such a deep, quiet hole? Let's unpack it, not with quick fixes or cliches, but with a real look at what's happening under the surface, through the lens of psychology. Because the truth is, breakups don't just hurt. They shake the foundations of how we see ourselves and the world. And once you understand why, that sadness starts to make a strange kind of sense. The brain's love affair with connection. Start here. Your brain is wired for connection. It's not a poetic metaphor, it's biology. Back in the caveman days, survival meant sticking together. Alone, you were lunch for a saber-toothed tiger. With a tribe, you had a shot. Fast forward a few million years, and that wiring's still humming along. When you fall for someone, your brain lights up like a pinball machine. Dopamine floods in. That's the feel-good chemical, the one that makes you grin like an idiot when they text you back. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, kicks in too, weaving this invisible thread between you and them. It's why their laugh starts to feel like home, why their presence calms the static in your head. Now, a breakup? That's not just losing a person. It's your brain's reward system getting yanked offline. The dopamine hits stop coming. No more texts, no more late-night talks, and your brain freaks out. It's like pulling the plug on a game you were winning. You're left twitching, craving the next level that's never coming. Psychologists call this a reward prediction error. Your mind built this map where they were the prize, and now it's scrambling because the map's useless. That's the first layer of the sadness. Your brain's chemically addicted to them, and withdrawal is a beast. But it's not just chemicals. There's attachment theory too. Ever hear of it? It's this idea from psychology that how you bond with people, starting with your parents, shapes how you love later. If you're secure, you might handle a breakup with a shrug and a beer. But if you lean anxious, you're probably clinging to every what-if, terrified they're gone for good. Avoidant? You might pretend you're fine, but inside, it's chaos. Point is, a breakup doesn't just end a relationship. It digs up how safe you felt with them, how much you trusted they'd stay. When that trust cracks, it's not just them you're mourning. It's the part of you that believed in us. The story you told yourself. Here's where it gets messier. Relationships aren't just people, they're narratives. You don't just date someone, you build a story with them. Think about it. From the first awkward coffee date to the inside jokes, the plans for next summer. The way you pictured them meeting your mom, it's a whole script. You're the co-author, and they're the co-star. In your head, this story had a trajectory. Maybe a house, maybe kids. Maybe just growing old, bickering over TV shows. It felt real because you invested in it. Psychologically, this is narrative identity, the way we make sense of who we are through the stories we tell. A breakup rips that script in half. Suddenly, the future you imagined isn't just on hold. It's gone. Poof. And your brain hates that. It's called cognitive dissonance, when reality clashes with what you believed. You thought they'd always be there. Now, they're not. You thought you were enough. Now, you're wondering. That mismatch stings. It's not just losing them. It's losing the version of yourself you liked best. The one who felt chosen, seen, whole. That's why you catch yourself looping through memories, trying to rewrite the ending. Your mind's desperate to fix the plot, to make it make sense again. And then there's the ego. Oh, the ego takes a beating. Psychology says we all have this need for self-esteem maintenance. When someone loves you, it's like a mirror. They reflect back a shiny version of you. Smart, funny, lovable. A breakup smashes that mirror. Now you're staring at shards, wondering if you're still those things without their validation. Were you ever? Rejection hits hard because it's not just they don't want me. It's maybe I'm not worth wanting. That's not true. But your brain's a drama queen in the aftermath, spinning every doubt into a headline. The ghosts of what was. Let's talk about the past for a second. Ever notice how after a breakup, every memory feels like it's glowing? Even the fights start looking romantic in hindsight. That's your mind playing tricks. Psychologists call it rosy retrospection. We sand down the rough edges of the past, polishing it until it shines. You're not crying over the real them. You're crying over the highlight reel. The late-night talks, the way they knew your coffee order, the time they grabbed your hand in the rain. It's not that you forget the bad stuff. It's just that the good stuff feels louder now because it's all you've got left. This ties into something deeper. Loss aversion. Humans hate losing more than they love gaining. Studies show we'll fight twice as hard to keep $10 than to earn $10. A breakup's the same deal. You didn't just lose a person. You lost the routines, the comfort, the little anchors that held your days together. That empty space where they used to be, it's not neutral. It's loud. It's why you keep checking your phone, even though you know they won't text. It's why their side of the bed feels like a crime scene. Your brain's screaming, this isn't how it's supposed to be, because it's built to cling to what's familiar, even when it's gone. And grief. Let's not skip that. A breakup is a death in a way, not of a person, but of a shared life. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's 5 stages of grief, they're not just for funerals. Denial, they'll call tomorrow. Anger, how could they do this? Bargaining, if I'd been different. Depression, I'll never feel okay again. Acceptance, maybe I will. You don't march through these in order. They're a messy soup you swim through. That sadness you feel, it's mourning. Not just them, but the we. That doesn't exist anymore. The body keeps the score. Here's something wild. Your body feels it too. Ever get that knot in your stomach or that ache in your chest after a breakup? That's not just feeling sad. That's your nervous system clocking in. When you're with someone, they regulate you. Their voice, their touch, it's like a thermostat for your emotions. Lose that, and your body's like, wait, what's the temperature now? Stress hormones like cortisol spike. Your heart races for no reason. You can't sleep, or you sleep too much. Psychologists call this social pain. It lights up the same brain areas as physical pain. Rejection doesn't just hurt your feelings. It hurts like a bruise. This is where evolution screws us over again. That fight or flight response? It's great for outrunning lions, but terrible for outrunning heartbreak. Your body thinks you're in danger because historically, losing a bond could mean losing protection, resources, safety, so it panics. That's why you feel restless, why you can't sit still, why you're crying over a sock they left behind. It's not just you, it's your ancient wiring saying, we're not okay without them. The quiet after the storm. So why does it hurt so bad? Because a breakup isn't one thing. It's a dozen things crashing at once. It's your brain detoxing from love chemicals. It's your story unraveling, your ego bruising, your past haunting, your body freaking out. It's loss layered on loss, and your mind's not built to process that cleanly. You're not just sad, you're untethered. And that's the kicker. Humans hate uncertainty. A breakup doesn't give you answers. It gives you questions. Why wasn't I enough? Will I feel this again? What now? But here's the flip side, the part that doesn't feel true yet. That sadness isn't permanent. It's loud because it's fresh, because your brain's still recalibrating. Psychologists talk about post-traumatic growth, the way pain can crack you open, but also let light in. You don't see it now, buried in the fog, but every breakup teaches you something. Maybe it's resilience. Maybe it's what you won't settle for next time. Maybe it's just that you're still here, breathing, even when it feels like you shouldn't be. Stillness helps. Not the forced kind, not the "I'm over it" lie you tell your friends. The real kind, where you stop running the what-ifs and just sit with it. Your brain's a snow globe, like the document said. Shake it too much and it's chaos. Let it settle and the pieces fall where they're meant to. You don't have to figure it all out today. You don't have to win the breakup. You just have to feel it. Let it move through you. Because that sadness, it's proof you cared. It's proof you're human. And eventually, it's proof you can heal. A whisper, not a shout. So why does a breakup feel so sad? Because it's not just a goodbye. It's a reckoning. It's your mind, your body, your past, your future, all tangled up in one messy knot. It's losing a person, sure, but it's also losing a version of you, a rhythm, a certainty. Psychology shows us it's not random. It's how we're built. We love hard, we attach deep, and when it's gone, we feel it everywhere. But that depth, it's the same stuff that'll carry you forward. Not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. Next time that fog rolls in, don't fight it. Let it sit. Let it whisper instead of scream. You're not your thoughts, not the ones yelling you're broken anyway. You're the quiet underneath, the part that's still here, waiting for the dust to settle. And it will. It always does.